Hey, how's it going? Matt Moda here with OddsJam. In this video, going to be previewing the Thursday night football game on Thursday, October 27th between the Ravens and the Bucs. Now, preseason, this probably had the looks of a really awesome game. Ravens Bucs, two possible Super Bowl contenders. Well, the Ravens are kind of doing their part. They are 4-3, but in all three of their losses, they have held a double-digit lead in the second half. All three. They blew all three of them. They almost blew it last game, Sunday against the Browns. They had another double-digit lead. Almost blew it, but ended up taking the win. So the Ravens sit at 4-3. The Bucs, on the other hand, in incredibly gross 3-4. Their last two losses, they were over a touchdown favorite in both of them, and they lost straight up. 2 weeks ago, they lost to the Steelers, being like 8 or 8.5 point favorites last week. And this is particularly awful. They lost to the Panthers as 11 or 11.5 point favorites, depending on where you look. Not only did the Bucs lose to the Panthers last week, but they got absolutely pounded in that game. They lost 21-3. They can only manage 3 points. Now, in the first quarter, they did have a wide open dropped Mike Evans touchdown pass. Who knows if the game would have been different if Mike Evans pulls that in, but regardless, they looked awful against the Panthers. The same Panthers team that was 1-5 just traded Christian McCaffrey in a total train wreck season. They still lost. Things aren't looking good for Tom Brady and the Bucs. In this game, they started off, the lines opened with the Bucs as 3-point favorites. Now, as we can see here, the Ravens are now the favorites. Best odds you can get them at are at -114. And before I actually get into the odds and stuff, this is actually, you can do what I'm doing for completely free on OddsJam. You just go to oddsjam.com, sports, NFL, and then you choose the game that you're looking for, and you can do all of this line shopping, all of this browsing for completely free. So in terms of the money line, like I said, best odds you're getting on the Ravens is at -114, but it's on Pinnacle, so you're not getting value there because we kind of use Pinnacle as the source of truth in terms of what odds should truly be priced at. But two other sharp sportsbooks, BetOnline and Bookmaker, have the Ravens as a little bit heavier favorites. So if you did want to lock in on the Ravens money line, I would probably suggest doing it at obviously -115 at PointsBet, the best odds you're going to get. In terms of the Bucs, it looks like there's even less value on them. The best odds are Bookmaker at +110. No book is giving you above plus money. So if I were to recommend a money line bet as of right now, I would recommend the Ravens at -115. I am not going to take it myself because it's not positive expected value when you remove the VIG from Pinnacle and all that stuff. But I do think that's a good price. So if you did want to lock in the Ravens money line, I would suggest doing it. That would be my one money line bet suggestion as of right now. Ravens money line at -115. In terms of the spread, as we can see here, kind of wide ranging from Ravens -1 all the way to Ravens -2.5. Looks like it kind of settles. Most books have it at Ravens -1.5, -2. Bookmaker has them at -2. BetOnline has them at 1.5, but Pinnacle has them at -1. So if in terms of the sharp books themselves, between 1 to 2 points, depending on where you look. So if we're looking at the point spread, if you open it up in a new tab, you can look at all of the alternate lines as well. Looks like there really isn't a play here on the spread. If anything, I would say it's probably on Bucs 2.5, but you have to accept some juice at -118 at circa. But that's a pretty good price considering Pinnacle prices that at -127, Bookmaker prices Bucs at +2, BetOnline prices them at +1.5, and Pinnacle prices them at +1. So you are getting a pretty good price on the Bucs spread at +2.5. Again, it's not a positive expected value bet, so I am going to sit out from an official bet. But in terms of a spread, the bet that makes the most sense would be Bucs +2.5. You could also middle that. If the Ravens win by 1 or 2, you win both bets. That would be pretty fun. In terms of the total, pretty low, between 44 and 44.5. Now, the Bucs haven't been able to score 20 points basically all season. Their offense has been terrible all season. last 2 weeks specifically. But it does look like the value here is on the over 44. Same thing, minus 109 on Circa represents the best value. Can also get it at minus 111 on PlayUp. Pinnacle looks to price this total at 44.5, as does BetOnline. Bookmaker prices it at 44, but they juiced the over ever so slightly at minus 111 with the under at minus 109. Now, if I were handicapping this game, I would actually guess that this game would go under, but the math here suggests that it's going to go over. So you always want to go with the math over because that's how you will be profitable in the long run. So in terms of predictions and official stuff with using OddsJam to line shop, I say the over 44 is a good play at minus 109, also on Circa, or minus 111 on PlayUp. And that is going to be it for my Thursday night football betting preview. Couple leans in case if there's anything that you guys want to tail. Obviously, as the week goes on, more lines get posted, player props get posted. We'll have a ton of official bets and stuff like that to lock in for this game. But as of right now, leaning Ravens money line. Math suggests Bucs plus 2.5. Math also suggests over 44. And that's it. So if you're tailing any of those, let me know. Would love to hear it. Other than that, enjoy the game and have a good one.